That's the energy I need. Come on, y'all. I can't hear you. Good morning. And welcome to the groundbreaking ceremony for our beloved Burnett Bayland Park in Gulfton. Woo! My name is Sion Rhodes, and I have the pleasure of serving as Director of Media Relations and Press Secretary for Harris County Precinct 4 Commissioner Leslie Briones. We are so grateful that you could be here today to celebrate with us this long-desired, long-planned revitalization of Burnett Bayland Park here in Gulfton. We will hear from the following speakers in the following order: Commissioner Leslie Briones, Sandra Rodriguez, Dr. Milton Rahman, Maria Hernandez, followed by Luis Guajardo. We'd also like to take a moment now to acknowledge many people who are here today helping us in this momentous occasion. Please stand when I call your name. Harris County Tax Assessor Collector Annette Ramirez is joining us. Harris County Precinct 5 Constable Terry Albritton is here, along with representatives of his office as well. Thank you all for being here, constables. Justice of the Peace Judge James Lombardino is here. Thank you for being here, Judge. Veronica Hernandez with the City of Houston. Thank you for being here. Clay Britton with the office of Councilmember Twyla Carter's office. Thank you. Tom Jason, President and CEO of Metro, is here today. We also would like to recognize Amy Toney, Office of State Representative Jean Wu, here today. Thank you for representing Representative Wu. And we'd also like to acknowledge Matthew Giles, Director of Public Affairs for HISD. And if there are any other elected officials that are here who would like to stand and be recognized, we are so grateful for your partnership. So please stand and thank you again. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce your Commissioner for Harris County Precinct 4, Leslie Briones.
Good morning, Gulfton. Good morning, Houston. Good morning, Harris County. I'm Leslie Briones, and I'm so grateful to be here today and to be serving as your Harris County Commissioner for Precinct 4. First, I want to start with the thank yous, because this is testament to the power of partnership, the power of unity, and when we come together, the big, bold things we can deliver for our community. So first of all, there's so many thank yous. I first want to thank our Harris County Precinct 4 team, who have spent countless hours working on this project. If you're a part of the team, I especially want to thank Dr. Ray Guerra, Luis Guajardo, Dan Demetrician, Courtney Cunningham, David Cook. But if all the Precinct 4 team members who are involved in this project, Ann Sung, Kara, everybody, please stand up. My team serves with heart, hustle, and higher standards every day, and it's a joy to learn from you and work alongside you. To our wonderful Precinct 4 Forward Board, our sister 501c3 public charity, we have many of our board members here today, including Rocio Mendoza, who grew up in Gulfton and played at this park years ago. So if you could stand up, board members, please. I want to thank Sandra Rodriguez, president of our Gulfton Super Neighborhood. We will hear from Sandra, as well as Maria Hernandez, who is our executive director of Madres del Parque. A María y a todas las Madres del Parque, Maria and Sandra, and so many of our Gulfton community members and leaders for decades have been advocating for our Gulfton community, fighting for our Gulfton community. And it is their work today that we honor, and all of the people who are a part of making today and the future possible. I want to also thank Dr. Milton Rahman, our Harris County engineer, and all of the engineering department team members. Can you please stand so we can, or raise your hand so we can thank you? And I want to thank Tom and the Metro team members, as well as Chair Elizabeth Gonzalez-Brock for their partnership. I'll make a few remarks about that in a minute. It's very exciting. Thank you for being a partner. I also want to thank our law enforcement officers. Again, Constable Albritton is here, our Constable of Precinct 5, and he's an amazing public servant. He's become a dear, dear friend. Thank you, Constable Albritton. And to all of the brave men and women of the Constable Precinct 5 and all of our law enforcement officers, can we please give them a round of applause? I also want to thank the team who is helping my team deliver on this bold vision. We have AGA Engineering, and we have the two principals, Majid and Juan, are here. Can you raise your hand? Thank you, AGA Engineering. We have 4-in-1, RDLR, and any other consultants who are here who are helping us deliver in this bold timeline. Could you please raise your hand? Thank you. I know my team and I have put very demanding, aggressive timelines in place, and thank you for rising to the occasion and delivering and executing with excellence. This wouldn't be possible without the funding, and I just want to thank several of our key seed funders who have stepped up and made this possible. So I first want to thank, from Centerpoint Energy Foundation, my ALF sister, Gloria, and we have several of her team members here, June Diedrich, Jeffrey Castro. If we could, Gloria Luna Bounds, could you stand up? Thank you, Centerpoint. June, thank you. Baxter Trust, Greg Hambrick and his team, thank you so much, Baxter Trust. And Brown Foundation. I want to thank the Brown Foundation board, and Zyker, Ryan Smith. They recently informed us that they will be investing $7.5 million to help make this a reality. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that incredible generosity. And I would like to thank the National Park Service and the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Dan Reese, Andrea Garcia. Last year, we were awarded the largest grant given by the National Park Service, $11 million. So thank you. So part of the hustle of Precinct 4 is we know we have limited taxpayer resources, but we have very bold ideas of what we want to get done. And so I thank our philanthropic partners, our private sector partners, and hopefully we're going to have some other exciting announcements to come with additional investment to this park, including changing the name. So stay tuned, and if any of you are interested and want to be a part of this, please let us know. I also want to thank Millis Equipment and Millis Development and Construction, because they have been, talk about hustling, on this expedited construction schedule. So thank you to them as well. And Chad Millis, I appreciate, again, just how do we get to yes? And that is the spirit of Precinct 4. Thank you, Chad, so very much. I'd also like to thank my husband. Today's our 16-and-a-half-year anniversary. I love you. He hears about Gulfton and Burnett Bayland all the time. Thank you for taking the time to come. And to all of the elected and appointed officials, thank you for joining us. And to my mom and dad who are here as well, I love you so very much. Thank you. And to everyone else who is here today, who has had a hand in making it happen, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So why are we so thrilled? And I see, and sorry, I can go on and on with the thank yous. Ann Whitlock, who is a dear friend of mine, a role model of mine, Connect Communities. Thank you. Everyone here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so moved to be here today in Gulfton. And Gulfton has my heart. Gulfton is the modern-day Ellis Island. Over 60% of our Gulfton community are born in a different country. And they have moved to the great United States of America because they believe in the promise of the United States and the promise of this great democracy. I love Gulfton because of the opportunity and the challenges that they persist through. Gulfton is the densest area in Harris County. Gulfton is the hottest area. Gulfton, on an average summer day, is approximately 17 degrees hotter than River Oaks, which I also proudly represent. That is unacceptable and it is unjust. In terms of the density, approximately 50,000 people live within 2 miles of the surrounding area. And there's approximately 23,000 apartment units in this immediate area. This park is the backyard for so many of our Gulfton residents. We know that the current 35 acres, which, by the way, we are proudly going to double the footprint of this park, but these 35 acres fall far below what the National Trust for Public Land recommends. We should have approximately 118 acres of green space in this area, and we are far below that, which again exacerbates the heat island effect and the various environmental conditions in this area. Over half of our residents in Gulfton are low income. Approximately 40% lack health insurance. Approximately 40% are obese. So again, significant challenges, but significant opportunity to really deliver on the promise. So I grew up within walking distance of a park, and some of my fondest childhood memories were at the neighborhood park, bonding with my neighbors, bonding with my parents and siblings. And this is the backyard for thousands of our residents. So to be able to deliver a bold vision, and most importantly, a bold vision that is community-led and community-driven, that has been years in the making. And we were happy to build on this tremendous work and partnership to deliver. And my team, again, led by Ray and Luis, we had over 20,000 data points from the community. This community engagement was deep and meaningful in 7 languages in one of the most diverse areas of our state and country. We had over 30 partner organizations. If you're from one of the partner organizations, the advisory committee, can you please stand or raise your hand so we can thank you for your advice and input as well. I believe in a government that is of the people, by the people, for the people, that serves the people and listens to the people in what we are delivering. So today, to be able to unveil this bold plan that, again, is driven by the community, and not just revitalizing the park with this amazing new soccer fields and pickleball and basketball and a new splash pad and a new inclusive playground for all abilities, but the detention, thinking about how we're going to help with flood mitigation, with a beautiful area, pedestrian bridges, how we are adding natural grasses to add to the resiliency and sustainability of this area. There are so many different components and bold ones to come with a future community center that will have a new office for our clerk, our JP, our tax assessor collector. So stay tuned. This is a multi-phased, multi-million-dollar project that we will keep working relentlessly to deliver. But also, not just the park, but how are we thinking about housing and saving a third of the county increment of the TERS we joined to make sure that we don't have green gentrification and that we are serving the Gulfton residents today, tomorrow, and for years to come? How are we thinking about economic opportunity in the incubator space and working with local businesses, local vendors, training? How are we thinking about transportation? And I want to thank Metro because they tuned for additional announcements there. There's so much that will be delivered as this project. But to me, again, this is about delivering connection, delivering health, delivering opportunity, delivering to this area, which some would describe as underserved, but to me is an area that is the promise of our great country. To deliver what our community has been waiting for decades, literally decades. And so many of you, through your thought partnership, through your financial generosity, will be delivering what our Gulfton community deserves and the best of this country. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart This will be a multi-year, multi-phase project. We're looking for additional partners because, again, we want to deliver what the community deserves and do it with boldness and do it with an urgency of now because our community has been waiting. So thank you again, most importantly to the community for their advocacy, for their partnership. I will do this very, very briefly in Spanish. Buenos días a todos. Soy Leslie Briones, su comisionada del Precinto 4 del Condado Jerez. Y me llena el corazón estar aquí en el corazón de Gulfton. Y Gulfton es la isla Ellis de los Estados Unidos hoy en día. Más del 60% de nuestra comunidad nacen en otro país. Y hoy estamos aquí en el Parque Burnett Bayland porque vamos a cambiar este parque en una manera que ayuda la salud, que ayuda la oportunidad económica, que ayuda la conexión de esta comunidad y que ayuda con estas temperaturas increíbles, que a veces en el verano es 17 grados más caliente aquí en Gulfton que en River Oaks, por ejemplo. Estamos haciendo esto con la comunidad, después de años de esperanza y de esperar. Con todas estas ideas tenemos datos de más de 2,000 personas que nos ayudaron con sus ideas, con sus metas para esta zona. Y quiero dar las gracias a la comunidad, a todos nuestros aliados, al Condado Jerez y a todos, porque vamos a convertir este parque juntos y esta zona juntos, porque eso es el milagro de los Estados Unidos. Si nuestra comunidad ha venido a este país porque creen en nuestro país, nuestra oportunidad, vamos a alcanzarlo y darlo juntos a nuestra comunidad. Así que siempre vamos a seguir adelante. Este va a ser un proyecto que cambia esta comunidad, con la comunidad, por la comunidad. Y me da tanto orgullo estar aquí y muchísimas gracias a todos que están invirtiendo dinero, tiempo, energía para hacer esta realidad. Y así vamos a seguir adelante. Thank you again to everyone. We will keep moving forward and keep delivering what Gulfton and all of Harris County deserves. So with that, please help me. Help me welcome. Speaking of this great country, let us honor it. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to its republic, which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we please give it up for our game on cheetahs? You want to say something?
Hi, my name is Zoe, and I'm excited that there's gonna be a new park of Gulfton. And thank you for all for working the park. And I think it's gonna be very excited that they're gonna do the park. Thank you.
So this is why we're doing what we're doing, because this is what our children deserve. Thank you so much. Sorry. Next, would you please help me welcome Sandra Rodriguez, one of the MVPs of Gulfton and our president of Gulfton Super Neighborhood 27.
Wow, this is such an emotional moment. You just have no idea. I'm trying to hold it together, y'all. Bueno, thank you so much, Commissioner. Buenos días a todos, and good morning, everyone. I have the deep honor of serving as the president of the Gulfton Super Neighborhood Council. But before any title, I am a daughter of Gulfton. Just watching this young girl speak on the mic, sharing her excitement about the park, brought tears to me. I can see myself in her growing up here, having lived here for almost 4 decades. This neighborhood shaped me. And standing here today at the groundbreaking of Burnett Bayland Park is both incredibly humbling and very deeply personal. As a child, Burnett Bayland Park was more than just a park. It was a place of peace, especially during times when home didn't always feel safe. I remember spending hours with my family just enjoying the open space, the fresh air, a sense of freedom. This park offered comfort when I and my family needed it most. Now, years later, as a single mom, I found myself back here, this time searching for opportunities for my son. I looked for soccer teams they could join, spaces where they could play, build confidence, and most importantly, a feel as a sense of belonging. Parks like this one aren't just recreational spaces. They're lifelines for families like me and many other families engulfed and across the city. And it was here at Burnett Bayland Park that I began my career in public service as a camp counselor at Campo del Sol. And those of you that know, you know. That summer job introduced me to community work, and I never looked back. Years later, I found myself organizing the Gulfton Parade and Festival right here in this pavilion, bringing neighbors together to celebrate our cultures, our stories, and our shared pride in this place we all call home. That's why today's groundbreaking is just so powerful. This isn't just a park improvement. It's a recognition of Gulfton's beauty, resilience, and most importantly, its potential. The Burnett Bayland Park Master Plan reflects thousands of community voices. You heard Commissioner mention that. People who have long loved this neighborhood and dreamed of something more. And this plan, as Commissioner mentioned, this plan didn't just open overnight. It is a result of years of hard work, organizing, and persistence from so many leaders and so many groups, like the Gulfton Super Neighborhood Council, Madres del Parque. These mothers, man, let's give them a round of applause. They are a powerful force. The Gulfton Management District, the Mayor's Assistant's Office, Councilmember Pollard, Commissioner Briones, countless of residents and advocates who have shown that's what's possible when communities come together. This moment really belongs to all of us here. This plan addresses real challenges like access to green space, health disparities, public safety, and opportunities for our youth. Again, it's more than just infrastructure. It's a social transformation. And it's a model for what community-centered planning should look like across Harris County and beyond. Community-informed, with community in mind, and community at the forefront. Today, we're not just breaking ground, we're planting roots that will grow into a stronger, safer, and more connected Gulfton for generations to come. It's really an honor to celebrate this moment alongside you. And en español, para toda mi gente, para toda mi comunidad aquí de Gulfton, mis vecinos, este día estamos ganando, este día estamos triunfando, porque finalmente nuestros líderes están escuchando las necesidades de nuestra comunidad y están tomando acción, porque por muchos años nos han dejado atrás y no más. Estoy súper agradecida de estar aquí con ustedes esta mañana, del progreso que hemos hecho hasta este día, y vamos a seguir luchando, trabajando, lo más importante, trabajando en colaboración con la comunidad en mente, al frente, haciendo y ayudando con estas decisiones para crear una comunidad más conectada, más centrada en nuestras familias y el potencial que nosotros tenemos. Muchísimas gracias por este momento, por todo el apoyo que hemos recibido en esta comunidad de Gulfton. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for your leadership for decades in our Gulfton community and beyond. You're truly one of the MVPs, and you inspire me. And I also want to thank the late Mayor, Congressman Sylvester Turner. When I took office, he and Councilmember Edward Pollard, this is a county park that the city had been maintaining, and the city unfortunately wasn't able to devote as many resources to maintaining it as I believed it deserved. And so I approached them asking if we could take back the operations and maintenance. And Mayor/Congressman Turner said yes, and Councilmember Pollard said yes. And so I appreciate their partnership, as well as Veronica and Mayor Whitmire and all of the current team as we continue to work in collaboration to serve the people we are both serving. So with that, please help me to welcome our Harris County engineer, Dr. Milton Rahman.
Thank you, Commissioner Burnett. Good morning, everyone. I am so honored to be here today for this exciting event. Groundbreaking for this park that we just started about 6 months ago. We started studying, but let me tell you, it would not be possible without Commissioner Briones' bold vision. And the team Commissioner Briones assembled, Luis, Dr. Guerra, Courtney, and everyone from Precinct 4. They played as the quarterback for us, engineering department, to deliver this project, get it ready, and more to come. But before I go in the thank you order, let me just tell you what I feel from the perspective of the people of Gulfton. This park space is just not a park. It's a place for the community to get together. It's a place that's gonna change the whole perspective of the community. The health benefit Commissioner mentioned about, the benefit in terms of heat reduction, the vital community service we are bringing into the Annex 19, and all of them together. This is a transformative vision that Commissioner Briones committed. And I tell you, all of this takes funding. So I want to thank all of our funding partners who work tirelessly to bring every asset they have to get this delivered. I'll take a pause. I want to thank a couple of folks who was instrumental. Our project manager, Susan Mullen, and Sai Assam. What are they? Let me see them. These two young ladies, I'll tell you, they're working tirelessly to make this project a success, but that way that it doesn't take 20 years. We can deliver it in 3. And Another piece that a lot of people don't know, and we don't have our CFO, Dr. Ahmed, and his procurement team, that in county, it takes a long time to get anything moving in terms of procurement to follow all the government order. These guys were instrumental in finding out a way to be compliant in our procurement regulation, at the same time getting our contractor, our consultant, to work day one. So to that extent, I want to also thank Majid from Agas Engineering and his commitment to deliver this project, getting it designed, get those packages ready for our contractor. Where is Majid? Right. Thank you, thank you. And Millis Equipments, you see all this dirt that's moving in the back. If you have time and you feel not hot enough, go take a look at it. There's a lot of things going in, and there'll be a lot of things going in this area. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance for the construction disruption, but once this is done, this is going to be a beautiful place for this area. In closing, I want to say, look, I want to thank all the leaders in this area for their voice. But it takes bold vision and commitment. And Commissioner Briones, you have one. You have on getting all the leaders, all these partners, Metro, City of Houston, Management District, Super Neighborhood, all of them together. It takes a bold leader to do that. And Commissioner Briones, thank you very much for your commitment and allowing us the opportunity to deliver this project for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rahman, to you and your team, because nothing happens, nothing gets built in Harris County without Dr. Rahman and his team. And he was putting it very nicely and diplomatically, but we're very demanding and very impatient. But I appreciate y'all always rising to the occasion and going above and beyond to deliver what the people deserve. So thank you so very much. Next, let's give it up one more time. Next, please help me welcome our president, la presidenta del Madres del Parque, María Hernández, another MVP of Gulfton.
Good morning to all. It's a little bit emotional today. My name is María Hernández, and I'm the Executive Director of Madres del Parque. First of all, I want to acknowledge the true landowners, to acknowledge our ancestors, the steward and care for this land before us, and the ones that will come after us. I thank and respect and honor all of you who are present today. This work has been done. Madres del Parque began in 2016 with 10 Gulfton area mothers who noticed trash and overall lack of care for Burnett Bayland Park during the daily outings. What began as an effort to persuade city parks and representatives to install recycling bins evolved into a monthly cleanups and transformed into the community advocacy group that we are today. As Madres del Parque, we continue to invest resources in the growing cultural and social development of Burnett Bayland Park. We were a huge connector of the community to park and county officials throughout the master plan process. We are excited to be here and witness the groundbreaking, not just because all of the work that went into it, but because it is a physical manifestation of investing in Gulfton. This work also highlighted the deep and need for collaboration now more than ever. Green spaces are healing. It is where we connect community, the environments, and officials. We will create spaces of belonging and coming together. Green spaces provide us with the 4 essential elements of life. There are the symbols of culture intertwined to break down silos and bring us together. We cannot do this work alone and isolated. There is such a need for human connection, and we hope that these partnerships continue and deepen. Madres ambitions like Houston that welcomes all of these communities in green spaces that are deeply connected. Our ecosystems aren't just biological, they're also social. We want to see a strong social ecosystem starting here in Burnett Bayland Park. Our first home. Thank you so much. Ahora un poquito en español. Mi nombre es María Hernández y soy la directora ejecutiva de Madres del Parque. Primero que nada, quiero agradecer y honrar a nuestros ancestros que llegaron antes y que lucharon por estas tierras, llegaron antes y después que nosotros. También quiero honrar y agradecer a todos los aquí presentes por su participación, por su colaboración, porque este master plan es gracias a toda la comunidad y es por la comunidad que tenemos aquí presente. Thank you so much. Esto fue una iniciativa de un grupo de madres que en el 2016 no veía un espacio verde saludable, limpio. Y fue que un grupo de madres, ¿verdad?, se empeñó en traer estas limpiezas a este parque, y lo cual llevó a esta colaboración de muchas organizaciones como Baker Ripley, Houston Audubon, el Precinto 4, que vio en nosotros esa visión, vio en esas madres la lucha de que este parque tuviera mejoras, de que este parque sirviera a la comunidad, que sirviera a todas las familias presentes de todas nacionalidades. Agradezco infinitamente a todas estas colaboraciones, en especial a la comisionada Leslie Briones, que de todo corazón puso todo su empeño y todo su corazón en el área de Gofton. Muchas gracias, Greener Gofton. Gracias, Jaime González and Whitlock. Thank you all so much.
As you can see, this is a complete team effort, and I'm just so thankful for all of the partnership. So many of my team members have been leading and working tirelessly on this project. I thank all of them. And we will hear from one of them, who is the genius, the heart, the passion. He's amazing. So let's give it up for Luis Guajardo.
I usually like to speak from the heart, but today is a little bit of a different day. I had to actually prepare remarks because this project is incredibly special in our office, and I wanted to make sure to address certain different things. Bayland is the first project we talked about when he recruited me to come here, and I was immediately sold because what Ray described to me in that initial conversation was something that eventually took off, but we saw it together. And it was something that it was kind of like lightning in a bottle when he described it to me. And I couldn't pass up the opportunity to come here. So I want to thank Ray for assembling an amazing team and having the foresight to bring us all together to do this hard work in Gulfton. So thank you, Ray. I also want to recognize Dan Dimitrition, our Director of Engineering, Courtney Cunningham, and David Cook, who is her sidekick. They are our wonderful engineers. They have been taking this master plan and breathing life into it and making it a reality in a record amount of time, and I don't think we can understate the value and the impact that they have brought to this project. So my heart goes out to you all and everything that you all have done. And a special consideration, too, to the consultant team, AGA Engineering, 4-in-1, RDLR, and the contractor. Millis, the work that y'all are doing is incredible. Thank you all for delivering for the people of Harris County. As shovels have hit the ground and I've spent time reflecting on this project, what is clear now was hidden when we embarked on the effort. It's often said that clarity rarely comes before action. The path begins to reveal itself with every step that we take, after we've taken steps into the unknown. We acted without a guarantee in Burnett Bayland, and what we discovered, throughout that process, we discovered what was possible. The Burnett Bayland Park Master Plan isn't just a vision or a dream. It is a bold step into this unknown to meet the world of opportunity for Gulfton. And after decades of inaction and 3 master plans that had been done for this park, your Harris County Commissioner Leslie Briones has acted decisively and took this plan from a shelf and put it into action, and why you see what you see behind you today. For a brighter future, a future where a young mother walks her children to Burnett Bayland for ice cream after a hard day of school, where a grieving son finds solace and healing at the loss of a parent by connecting with nature, where an elderly grandfather finds independence and friends to play board games and learn about his neighbor's interesting country of origin and where they came from in Gulfton, where a young couple lives their dreams of their elders and opens up a new business that caters and creates food that is brought from halfway across the globe. That American dream, what the commissioner spoke of, is possible and will be possible in this park and in this public space. Burnett Bayland is fundamentally about the people of Gulfton and creating a unique public space that will propel our community into a life of better health outcomes, opportunity, and justice. The people who inspire us the most are never the ones who had it easy. It's the ones who chose belief in the face of uncertainty. And like the people of Gulfton, this project has had champions all up and down the spectrum. The Maria Hernandezes who rallied her neighbors, moms, to pay attention to this park when no local government agency was listening. The Sandra Rodriguezes who have been advocating for Gulfton with anyone willing to listen and to sell the story of what happens in this neighborhood can change this city and this county. The Ann Whitlocks who have created new community development organizations and are working to create a cradle to college pipeline in Gulfton for the next generation, but who have also been hard at work creating economic opportunity for adults who are in this neighborhood today. To the Alice Lees, who have been an ambassador for Southwest Houston and is our chief of staff. To the Tammy Rodriguezes who work every day to clean up the streets and bring public safety awareness to Gulfton. And to the Commissioner Leslie Briones who took decisive action to bring us full circle to this moment. This is why we are here today, because of the people who have invested and who are the pulse of Gulfton. Because of the community champions and because of the wonderful people of Gulfton, because of the dynamic team working on this effort, and our wonderful partners who have also helped and who have bought into this vision, who have entrusted us with taking this park and maturing it to the next stage. So I ask you to let's lift up our spirits in gratitude to those who have made this vision a dream come true, for the families of Gulfton today and tomorrow, who will make Burnett Bayland into Gulfton's oasis for nature, for play, for multiculturalism, and for economic mobility in this greater county and this city. Thank you all, and I'm forever grateful to have played a role in this effort. And we may go forward and let's dig some dirt.
Thank you again to everyone who has made today possible, most importantly, the community of Gulfton. We will continue delivering with everything we have, because that's what the people deserve. And let this park continue being the pulse of the American dream here in Harris County, and let our modern-day Ellis Island deliver on the great promise of the United States of America. So together, in the spirit of unity, with all the passion and persistence and resiliency that this region has, let us deliver each and every phase as aggressively and as excellently as possible. And to all of our current partners, thank you. To all of the future partners that want to become a part of this, please join us and let us do what we do best, come together to deliver on the great promise of this country. So thank you. Next, Sion is going to talk us through, and we've already begun turning dirt, but we're going to ceremoniously turn some dirt. So thank you to everybody, and Viva Gulfton.
Thank you, Commissioner. We do have members of the media who have joined us, so if there are any questions at this time, we'll take those. Sí, claro. Para Luis.
Sí. So the question, I'm just going to repeat it in English, and I'm going to answer in Spanish and in English. So the question is, what is the level of investment into the park today? What is going into the park exactly? How long will construction take? So, para responder a la pregunta, tenemos 3 fases de la obra sobre los siguientes 4 años. Ahorita estamos empezando con la fase 1, que está en rojo en el diagrama que tiene impreso ahí. La fase 1 está a la parte del sur del parque. Es una inversión de $23 millones para empezar la fase 1 de construcción de la obra. Se va a tardar más o menos 12 meses, un año. Empezamos hace 3 semanas a construir y está previsto que dentro del próximo año estará completa la fase 1. La fase 2 y la fase 3 empezarían en el verano del siguiente año. Estamos ahorita diseñando esas otras 2 fases y la construcción se tardará más o menos otros 2 años para esas 2 fases que son tan importantes del existente parque ahorita, que son 35 acres, ¿no? Pero también el plan maestro tiene una visión a largo plazo para integrar las propiedades que están al sur del parque, que no están en su diagrama, pero están más al sur. Lo invitamos a ver en la página de internet de Harris County Precinct 4, hcp4.net. Tenemos el plan maestro ahí también en su totalidad para que pueda ver la inversión que también se quiere hacer en el sur del parque para expandir los 75 acres. So just very briefly explaining that the first phase of construction is about $23 million. Phase 1 is currently the south end where you see the fence boundary back here. It's also in the diagrams that you have situated at your seating area. And that is the first phase. It's a 12-month process, and then we will begin with construction of phases 2 and 3 over the next consequent 2 years after that.
At this time, we will begin the groundbreaking ceremony. So if you can please rise and head to this corner of the pavement, and we